Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to properly use reverb in your mixes. My name is Roman Sticks, let's dive in. Many producers use Valhalla Reverb with its default settings and leave it as that. While the stock preset is really good, there are some tricks that can take your reverb game to a professional level. The first thing you want to do is to apply EQ before and after the reverb. Using the ABO technique, you cut lows and highs before the reverb to keep your reverb clean. After the reverb, you can use EQ again to control any unwanted masking frequencies. Okay, here I have vocal track and Valhalla vintage verb. This is default preset. Let's listen.
Soon, this night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting started with you.
It sounds really good, but there is a problem. Let's listen to the track without the reverb.
Soon, this night is gonna end too soon.
Okay, and now I'll play it with the reverb again. Try to focus on lower mid frequencies, how much attention this reverb is taking.
Soon, this night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting started with you.
And also it has some boominess, I'll show you where.
Soon, this night is gonna end too soon, but
So now it's obvious that the sound may be cleaner. Let's do the EQ trick, which engineers of ABO Studios developed very long time ago. We just need an equalizer before this reverb, and we're cutting lows and highs.
this night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting started with you.
Now it's maybe not that obvious, but let's listen to the whole mix.
Soon, this night is gonna end too soon.
And now with it.
Soon, this night is gonna end too soon, but
So it's still big, it's still that spacey sound, but without that muddy element. And we also may use another EQ after the reverb. Now I'm just going to check which frequencies might be disturbing.
soon, this night is gonna end soon. This night is gonna end too soon.
Now it sounds even more clean, and while in this track it may be not necessary, but in the bigger mixes where you have these 100 of tracks, it's very important. Next up we have pre-delay. This setting creates a small gap between the dry signal and the reverb, which helps to give clarity and to unmask the attack of your signal. A pre-delay of 30 to 120 milliseconds usually works best. Let's play this track without any pre-delay.
Soon, this night is gonna end too soon.
Now this reverb tail starts at the same time and it's masking the articulation, masking the attack of the notes. Now I'm going to increase it. You will hear the vocal cleaner and at the same time reverb seems bigger.
Soon, this night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting started with you.
Again, without it.
This night is gonna end too soon. This night is gonna end too soon.
And in the mix, without the pre-delay,
This night is gonna end too soon.
with it.
This night is gonna end too soon.
You may use really big reverbs without masking the attack of vocal or any instrument. Now let's add some warmth and character to the reverb with saturation. It can really thicken up the reverb and give it a more analog feel. And also it will help you to use less reverb, because this way you will hear this space easier in the mix. So for example, now I'm going to decrease a reverb. I'll decrease the sand level.
This night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just
And now it sounds a little bit dry. I'm going to add some saturation. For example, one of my favorites is Omega TWK. Try to notice how reverb appears in the mix without being too loud.
This night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting started with you.
Next, you'll want to control the stereo width of the reverb. Keep the low end narrow and expand the mids and high end for a wider, more open sound. Let's hear how it sounds. First without it, and then I will turn it on.
This night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting started with you. This night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting
It feels like more space and a little bit cleaner low end, more focused low end. Now for a second, just remember how it sounded before all these plugins.
This night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting started with you.
And yes, it was good, but watch what happens now.
This night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting started with you.
So it sounds deeper, it sounds more open, it sounds clean and big. To maintain clarity and balance in your mix, you can apply different reverb settings to specific frequency ranges. Using a splitter like the one in Wave Studio Rack, you can divide the signal into low, mid and high bands, allowing you to treat each frequency range independently. This method gives you precise control over how reverb interacts with different parts of the spectrum, preventing mudding the lows and keeping highs clear and airy. So first of all, you need to separate the whole frequency range in, for example, 2 or 3 bands. We can do it using that free Studio Rack plugin from Waves. If you don't have it, just download it, it's free. It works with any Waves plugins obviously, and also the other plugins in VST3 format. You just need to scan them here and it will find all the available plugins. Now I'm going to do multi-band split. For now, let's use just 2 bands. For example, lower band will be everything below 100, and in the second band there will be everything which above 100. Let's put that Valhalla reverb in both of these bands. So now we have separate reverb for lows and highs. For example, we may use less decay in lows and big decay in highs. And after that, I'll add this omega. I'll play a little bit of the track, and then when I stop it, you will hear that only the higher part of the reverb has this long tail, and we don't have this boominess going.
This night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting started with you. It's too late to go now.
And here we may increase that stereo width only for higher reverb, for example like that.
This night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting started with you.
It doesn't sound boomy at all. It's big, it's wide, it's open. We may go even further. For example, we may use chorus only in higher reverb chain. Let's hear how it sounds now.
This night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting started with you. It's too late to go now, and too early to lose.
So you may have separate processing for lower reverb, higher reverb, and sure, you can use 3 bands or even more. And even now with these 2 bands and added chorus, we have kind of interesting sounding something, which is not just ordinary stock reverb preset. It's something more creative and more personal, because it's unique. So why use default sound all the time? Another great technique to keep your reverb from overpowering the main track is to use sidechain processing with Fuse2 or just a standard compressor. By sending a sidechain signal from the main track to the reverb, you can attenuate the reverb only in the frequencies where there's activity in the main track. This way the reverb ducks just enough to allow the main sound to come through clearly without drowning in the mix. Let's add this plugin called Fuse after the reverb. So first we need to choose our sidechain source for this plugin, and it will be our vocal track. I just need to find it here. Yeah, here it is. Next, activate that sidechain. Now watch what happens.
This night is gonna end too soon.
And also, I would like it to work only in the center. We can switch the mode of the plugin to mid side and choose only mid. Now it's going to dynamically adapt to the sound of our vocal. So in those frequencies where the vocal is active, it's going to decrease reverb only in the center. So all the side information of this big stereo reverb will remain untouched.
This night is gonna end too soon.
Let's listen to before and after. Try to notice how cleaner vocal sounds.
This night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting started with you. This night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting started with you.
I hope you can hear the effect. If you're not, You know, all these professional things, sometimes very subtle, so that's how it is. Valhalla is a great reverb, but there are other incredible options out there, like the Lexicon, EMT, and legendary Bricasti M7. Each has its own unique flavor and can add a lot of depth and texture to your mix. This is Bricasti M7. Expensive, high-quality studio reverb. I like to use impulses of this reverb in my projects. I like to use this plugin called Reverberate from Liquid Sonics. You can download these Bricasti M7 impulses and use them. For example, in Dua Lipa's Don't Start Now, they use this clear hole.
This night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting started with you. It's too late to go now and too early to lose.
There's a lot of legendary reverbs and now you can just download and use them. And I think it's a good idea just to check out those classic reverbs. For example, these EMT 140, because they just work in your mixes.
This night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting started with you.
And yes, it sounds different, it's not Valhalla, but look, the voice sounds really nice with it. And sure, you can combine it with all those techniques we've been talking about. And now I'm going to show you another crazy thing. In the lower band, I'm using this EMT 140, and in higher band, I use Valhalla. And this combination sounds really nice.
This night is gonna end too soon, but I'm just getting started with you.
So you may do a lot with your reverb sound and you make this sound special and not like the other tracks. Also, don't forget to check out my vocal preset packs. The link in the description. Just load it onto your track and tweak it to fit your project, to fit your voice. It'll speed up your mixing process significantly. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my other tutorials and subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks. See you next time.